Good afternoon, everybody. It's so wonderful to be back here. I want to thank our chef first, Chef Ed, for preparing such an amazing lunch. We're deeply grateful. Everyone says it's delicious. I'll take their word for it. This week's Parsha, we talk about what happens if you need to loan money to your fellow Jew. The Torah tells us that you're not allowed to charge them any interest. And it's very interesting that at the end of that verse, right after it says not to charge interest on the money you loan, immediately after that it says, "For I am Hashem your God." For I am Hashem your God. Now what does one have to do with the other? So most of us are led to believe throughout our lifetimes that 1 + 1 = 2. But the truth is that in Hashem's world, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. In Hashem's world, 1 + 1 equals whatever Hashem wants it to be. Right? Now, Hashem wants us to be responsible with our finances. Hashem wants us to be responsible for our fellow brothers and sisters. And Hashem wants us to also remember that we're not in control. He's in control. We think that by letting go of some money, perhaps, that money could be making money in the market. Instead, I loaned the money to someone else, and now I'm not earning that interest that I could have earned in the market because I loaned it to my friend. I'm not getting any interest for it. So Torah tells us, Ani Hashem. Hashem says, I know the calculation. I know how much money you're supposed to make. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It can equal 11. Right? 1 + 1 can equal whatever Hashem wants it to be. And even if you loan the money to your friend and you think it could have been in the market, it could have made so much money, in the Apple stock or whatever's the Amazon stock, Hashem says, don't worry. You don't lose out on anything. When you do the will of Hashem and you take care of your brothers and sisters, Hashem takes care of you. I have multiple stories I can share that I've shared yesterday in our class about this, personal experiences where you think one way and Hashem thinks another way, and they don't need to add up the way you think they will add up. This whole idea of financial security that our world is very obsessed with. We have to have financial security. What are you going to do when you retire? And you have to have financial security. Financial security is another word for I don't believe in Hashem. Right? Why? Because I need to be secure that if something were to happen, right, and Hashem couldn't help me, I can help myself. What do you mean? Hashem can never be in a situation where He can't help you. You don't need financial security. You need to be financially responsible. Yeah, we see from Joseph, as we learn about Joseph when he tells Pharaoh that there are going to be 7 years of famine, 7 years of plenty, and 7 years of famine following it. So he says we need to create the first savings account, right? Because you have a rainy day, you're going to have a difficult day, you're going to have a difficult 7 years. Let's put away when we have years of plenty for the years of famine. But when people put all of their faith in their financial security, and everything needs to be, that's a question of our faith, whether or not we really have trust and belief in Hashem. And what the Torah is trying to teach us here is that you can let go and Hashem will take care of it. You're never going to lose out by doing the right thing. You may think that you lost out. You'll never lose out. And it's the same theme we see with the Shemitah. People think, logically, if I stopped working my field for an entire year, I'm going to lose out. You're not going to lose out. You will never lose out by doing the will of Hashem. Hashem should help us all, that we should feel that strength, that we should feel that by fulfilling the will of Hashem, we elevate ourselves in our connection with Hashem, put our trust in Hashem, so that we can grow higher and higher every day in our own experience of being carried every day in Hashem's ways. So with that, my friends, we're going to continue now with our regular Talmud study. And for all of our friends out there, You can like and share the video if you like it, and you can also share it. But you can also come here to the Torch Center every Friday at 12 o'clock and enjoy delicious lunch provided by our chef Ed. And you can also interact and see people and ask questions and hear the rest of the story that's not shared on video. So, have a good Shabbos, everyone. Thank you for joining us.